Finance Minister leads capex, signals digit all, drives kids populism amid polls. New Delhi Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman on Tuesday uh, unveiled a budget that sought to keep the momentum to economic recovery going with a 35% increase in government spending on asset creation. The budget, which left income tax rates and slabs unchanged and was bereft of populist promises despite coming ahead of assembly polls, appears to be banking on growth. Get term insurance premiums back at no extra cost. Read also Union Budget 2022 poll season, but no populism. Sitharaman told reporters the PM's message was clear: no additional taxes during the pandemic. If the content of the budget was intended and bolster, short its focus was unmistakably digital, with the use of tech of ensure, promote, and targeted delivery running as a constant theme through much of her speech. It also marked a bold move into sunrise spares, green technology, AI, semiconductors, and drones. Read also Union Budget 2022 explained in charts. As presenting her fourth budget, the FM took a whole government approach on a gamut of infrastructure projects by extending Gati Shakti beyond the center to the states. Gati Shakti, which brings schemes and projects related to 7 key sectors on a common platform, has been positioned as a flagship initiative to ensure better delivery of infrastructure, with large dollars of allocation for telecom, highways, and railways. Welfarist measures were not given a go-by, with priority on rural improvement of infrastructure and quality of life in rural areas, but relatively speaking, they seemed to have yielded to focus on infra capex. It also that we are most used words in FM. Sitharaman's shortest budget speech, the FM said she was laying foundation for Amrit Kal to the 25 period in the run-up to India at 100, and that the budget was futuristic and inclusive. Budget takes note of contemporary challenges. The budget signals awareness of contemporary challenges, the looming climate threat, procedural hindrances that continue to thwart the ambition to capitalize on post-pandemic anxiety, to diversify global supply chains, the need to upgrade education infrastructure by starting a digital university, bringing in celebrated foreign universities. We would also budget 2022 and 23 based on spending sprawl to sustain eco recovery. The recognition of mental health as a public challenge could not have been more timely given more pandemic pressure. The bulk of the higher spending has been earmarked for physical infrastructure, logistics, among other, to 25,000 kilometers of new highways promised in the coming year, 100 new multi-modal cargo terminals over the next 3 years, and 400 new Vande Bharat trains, besides 5G network and upgradation of airports and ports. River linking is to take up with the Ken Betwa project being implemented at a cost of just under 45,000 25,000 crore, and detailed project reports for 5 other links having been finalized. Another personal proposal of interest to the middle class would be the full integration of post office into core bankings. This would make all the amenities of banking like ATMs, internet banking, online transfers to other banks available for post office accounts too. It also winners and losers in Union Budget 2022, aiming to bolster growth in the run-up to 2047, by which time over half of India is slated to be urban. Sitaraman called for a paradigm change in urban planning and announced setting up of a high-level expert panel for making suggestions. Among the various steps being envisaged is a focus on connecting mass urban transport corridors with the railway network, and on promoting urban public transport based on clean technologies. The Green Tinge to the budget included a proposal for sovereign bonds as a means of funding investment friendly infrastructure projects, beside a new battery swapping policy that seeks to boost the electric vehicle sector. Small and medium sized business we are given an extension of emergency credit, the guarantee scheme or ECLGS, introduced to help them tide over the crests triggered by pandemic till March next year. There was community in policies as well. The uh, Atmanirbhar push was particularly evident in defense sector. In 68% of the capital procurement budget in the coming year will be earmarked for domestic, first up from 58% in current year. The org to boost domestic manufacturing also saw the finance minister raise uh, customs duties on items like headphones and speakers, as well as wearables like smart meters. Read also, it is a conservative conservative budget, but estimates realistic. Finance minister for the farmer, there were promises high tech services like kisan drones for crop estimation and pesticide spraying. Chemical free natural farming would be given a boost, starting with 5 kilometer wide corridor along the banks of the Ganga. The FM announced increase in all association, notwithstanding receipt side budgeting for a rather modest 9.6% increase taxes is pickings in view of the growth recovery and stable GST numbers. The prudence probably had to do with reduced dividend and disinvestment mode up next year. Jai Jagannath.